Hey, welcome to another Smiley Minute. I am so sorry that I haven't done one in a while. My Apple computer actually crashed, but I had Apple Care, so I made a Genius Bar appointment, and then I grew a beard for a month while I waited for it. But it was great. I mean, it was broken, and I didn't have my computer for a month, but I knew I had Apple Care, which covers everything on the computer except for things that are broken. It also avoids the Apple Care insurance program if your computer's touched air particles. So my computer was not fixed, but the Genius Bar people had a great idea how to fix my problem, and that was to buy a brand new computer from them. That is genius. And have you noticed their new computers? They've done away with things that you don't need, like USB ports, Ethernet ports, DVD players. Mine didn't have a keyboard. I'm starting to realize I may have bought a $2,500 TV. Anyway, Apple, come on. Remember when you were user-friendly? I'm not saying you're the Antichrist. I mean, you know, that's ridiculous. When has the fall of man ever come about by an apple with a bite out of it? Anyway, so that's why I haven't done a Smiley Minute. That, and I'm getting married in 10 days. 10 days? 10 days. I'm getting married in 10 days. So, speaking of, we are registered on Amazon, and I want to thank everybody out there that sent in a wedding gift. Like, the amount of love that... I don't know both your names, but you will be getting a thank you card. And the rest of you, WWJD, man, what are you waiting on? You got 10 days. We're registered. Bob Smiley. Yeah, I'll put the link underneath. But let's get to the news. Okay, Caitlin Jackson. Oh, hold on. Sarah, can you come in here, please, for a second? I'm going to need you. Caitlin Jackson sent in a news report that in Kentucky, a semi-truck flipped over, releasing 3,500 chickens, or, you know, what Kentuckians call about 3 meals.
Hey, Smiley Minute?
Yeah. Here's the story. In Kentucky, a semi-truck driver flipped over his truck, and they released 3,500 chickens.
Live chickens.
Chickens.
So did they all get to the other side of the road? And did we finally find out why?
Okay, that's why I brought you in, because I want to see how many puns that we can do with this. Okay? All right.
Police said of the driver that they do not expect foul play.
Okay. I was going to call the driver to see what happened, but I didn't know how to wing him up.
Caitlin found this news on the Gonzo Report.
Obscure Muppet reference. I'm impressed. Okay, I'm surprised the driver wrecked because he had an excellent driving record. No, I can do better than that. If his truck flipped over going downhill, that'd be Kentucky Slide Chicken.
You're so bad at this. He is no longer a top driver now. He is way down on that pecking list.
No, maybe he fell asleep. Maybe you should have set an alarm clock. No, in all seriousness, the driver was okay, and I'm really glad. And he said that he would try to do better next time. But I don't know if he's telling the truth. I mean, come on. Talk is cheap. Michael Roth never disappoints us with Florida news. Here's a headline. Florida woman pulls knife on man in Dollar General who was offended that the knife-wielding lady farted in line. 37-year-old Shanetta Wilson passed gas while waiting in line at a Dollar General store on Sunday and upset a nearby customer. The customer in line, they didn't say if he was in front or behind, I'm guessing behind Shanetta. He made a comment about the smell, and Shanetta pulled a mini machete. Okay, it was just a small little knife, but threatened that the guy better shut up or she'd cut him. So the smell of fear helped, I guess, dilute the smell of, well, Shanetta. Anyway, the crop-dusted victim called the cops, and Shanetta was instantly arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The report didn't actually say if the deadly weapon was the knife or her... Anyway, I make fun of Florida news, having the strangest news of all, but trust me, that's the only weird thing that happened this week. Hang on, this just in. Florida naked drug-induced man sets fire to house while trying to bake cookies.
Looks like the cookies weren't the only things baked.
Okay, so in Florida, cops were called and found the man just hanging out at his house while it was burning. He was cooking cookies on a George Foreman grill, and the place just caught fire and kept spreading, and he didn't know what to... So he just said... The cops pulled him out, and he was intoxicated, and they said, why didn't you do anything? Or because his neighbors called, and he was like, I did try to... I put a towel over the George Foreman, but it was a dry did you know dry towels are flammable? And yeah. Anyway, I'm glad he's okay, but seriously, don't mess around with fire, guys.
Wait. Tell them about last year when you tried to burn your Christmas tree on your back porch and the fire went up.
Okay, that was different. First of all, the trash wouldn't pick up the Christmas tree. 2 of my kids dared me. 3, turned out well. I got to meet all my neighbors.
And the fire department.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, enough picking on Florida. Let's get some other news. Seth Wagner notified me about a man on drugs who actually turned himself into the police because he killed his imaginary friend. He was very distraught.
Wait, where did this happen?
Oh, Florida. If you like to talk about racism, if a yellow squash can make you riled. This one's ridiculous. Cal State San Marcos claims VeggieTales is racist since all the good vegetables are white and all the bad vegetables are ethnic.
All vegetables are bad.
That's your opinion, you fruitist. Look, I get it. And this is a real thing. They were saying VeggieTales is completely racist. And I get it. Bob is a redhead, so naturally better than most. But Larry is green. Like, seriously, racist?
Oh, where is my ridiculousness?
Evidently, it's at Cal State. Also, my friend Chris Rosetti notified me of a lady in Arizona where they always say, oh, it's a dry heat. Yeah, so's a welding torch. But a lady was attacked and held hostage. There's usually nothing funny about this, but her attacker was a giant cow. The lady was walking across this field when a huge cow, she said, came out of nowhere. First of all, I don't know how a huge giant cow just comes out of nowhere. He was so quiet. Anyway, like, rammed the lady and then cornered up against a fence and wouldn't let, every time she tried to run, the cow would charge at her. To be fair to the cow, she did have a bag of McDonald's, so maybe he was like taking revenge or taking a stand. Anyway, she called the cops and Deputy Paulo Zolo, that's his name, showed up and wait for it, he tased the cow. The cow turned and then chased the deputy and pinned him on the ground. The lady was able to run free, but the cow kept banging its head against the deputy. And so Paulo Zolo, with his co-pilot Chewy Zolo, that's not true, but I really wish his partner was Chewy Zolo. The deputy just kept tasing the cow's head till the cow cried Happy Meal, which is how cows give up. No, seriously. He just kept tasing the cow's head until it ran off. I don't have a joke to end this story, but seriously, cops deal with the weirdest stuff, and they face a lot of strange and dangerous things, and they really are. A lot of police officers are heroes. So if you're a police officer watching this, man, thanks for your service. Anyway, that's it for the Smiley Minute. Put out weekly and always a minute or less. I'm going to try to do one more Smiley Minute, but then I'm getting married next week, and then we're going on the honeymoon, so let's be realistic. We're going to be busy writing thank you notes. But send strange news to bob@bobsmiley.com, or you can actually put some strange news in the wedding gift that you're going to send us. You can order it through Amazon, and you can write a little note and put some strange news in there. I know, you're yelling ding at your computer or your TV screen if you shop at Apple. Anyway, I hope you guys are smiling a lot, or at least for a minute today.
A Smiley Minute? Huh. That'll be the day.